What is going on, guys? It is your boy the Patcode Gaming coming at you again with another video, and today, guys, we're getting into the top 8 Zoro list from the Pasadena regionals. Are we seeing a passing of the guard from the animal list to a new variant of Zoro? That is what Pasadena would lead me to believe. This is the only Zoro to make it into the top 32 if I'm remembering correctly, and this Zoro placed 5th out of 512. So the best performing Zoro by far, and not an animal in sight besides the one drop chopper from ST01. So a very different Zoro list than we have been seeing from the majority of OP10 guys, and I am very interested to get into it. Like, I've made a lot of Zoro videos on this channel, and in almost all of them I have not really talked down on Animal Zoro, but I've had my doubts about it, and it has finally come to fruition in this first regional in North America. From Pasadena, we do not see any Animal Zoros in the top 16, and the one Zoro that we do see is completely different from anything that we've been seeing played on the ranked sim. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be going through the card by card. We're going to be getting in some games for you against a purple Luffy and a red purple Luffy, and just discussing the deck as a whole. I think Zoro's a very fluid deck. There's so many different versions of Zoro that can be run, and this is just your weenie Zoro list. Like, this is playing all of your one drops, it's playing your Dadans, it's playing your Magras, and it's very reminiscent of what we used to see from OP05 and before Zoro, with a couple of new cards thrown in from ST21. With that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on the way to 400 subs, and any and all support is very appreciated. Thank you so much, guys, and let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so getting right into the card by card here, a lot of these are very old cards, so if you're newer to the game, you may not know what some of these do. Like, a lot of them are still played very often, but I still want to go through all of the cards just to make sure that any of our new players in the game know what these cards are. First, we have the OP10 Sanji. This is really just a 2k, but it can come in handy if your opponent's trying to starve you from your life. It adds a card from your life to your hand, then it gains plus 2k power, and give it 2 Rested Dawn. So it basically becomes a 7k attacker, and you draw a card from your life. Next, we have the Nami Searcher. Everybody knows Nami. It is just a searcher for the Straw Hats. Very good card, and has been a staple since OP01. Next, we have the Rush Zoro, guys. 3 cost, 5k rush. Does not get any better than that. Next, we have the Curly Dadan. This is a searcher for 1 drops in red. So it can find your Makinos, it can find your Nami, it can find your Chopper, it can find your Magras. A very consistent card, especially with Zoro. This is one of the strongest cards that you can be playing in the Zoro package. Next, we have the Makino, guys. One of the best 2k counters ever. It won't want it's a 2k counter, automatically a playable card. Then activate main, arrest this character up to one of your red characters with a cost of 1, gains plus 3000 power. So instead of putting 3 Dawn on a character and swinging for an additional 3k, you're able to do that same thing with the Makino, and your opponent has to swing into it to get rid of it. Absolutely insane card. Next, we have the Magra. Magra is kind of the same thing as Makino, but is an on-play ability, and instead of being something that your opponent has to swing into, Magra becomes an attacker on a later turn. Like, you can play down your Magra, give one of your buggies plus 3k, then on the following turn use a Makino on the Magra. So these one costs just play off of each other, and you're just swinging huge numbers with these little weenies. Next, we have the Buggy, guys. Buggy, I haven't seen Buggy played too much, but he is a searcher for red event cards specifically, so you can find any red event off of the Buggy search, and this guy from the Pasadena regionals is running 4, 6, 8, 10 events to search off of the Buggy, which is kind of low, honestly, but Buggy is, if he's not finding a card, at least he is a 1 cost 3k, which is a vanilla body. So very strong card with Buggy. Next, we have the new Sanji from ST21, and this is our first card from outside, from OP03 and beyond. Sanji is from ST21. It's a 3 cost 3k character with counter 1000. On your turn, this character gains plus 3k power, and on KO, draw a card. Just a very good, like, mid-range card, and is still a huge attacker. Basically a 7k attacker with your Zoro ability. Very strong. Next, we have the 1 cost Tony Chopper blocker. Very good there. A 2k Baruch. These 2ks are very old, but I think they're electing to play them just to have the searching ability off of the Nami. But Baruch is an on-play. Give up to 2 Rested Dawn cards to your leader or one of your characters. So very Has a lot of utility. You can play this down as well as the Sanji and find utility in them in different matchups. Next, we have the ST-21 Luffy, guys. This is a 5 cost 6k. When attacking, give your leader up to one of your characters 1 rested Dawn card. So it works really, really well with your Zoro leader ability. You play this down, you swing, give a Dawn to your Zoro. This becomes a 7k swing automatically with the Zoro leader ability. Next, we're running 4 Radical Beams, guys. Just one of the best events in red ever. We're running 2 of the 0 cost events. We're running 2 of the Diable Jambes, and we're running 2 of the Gum Gum Mole Gun. Gum Gum Mole Gun is very, very strong, and it kind of helps you clear your opponent's board once you've established all of your little weenie bodies. Gum Gum Mole Gun's effect is activate main, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 5,000 power during this turn. Then if you have a character with 6,000 power or more, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 2,000 or less. So it's kind of just an overpowered version of Gum Gum. What was it called? Gum Gum? No, it's the 4 cost event from OP10 that KO is a 6k. It's kind of just that card, but 10 times better. Yeah, Gum Gum Mole Gun's kind of broken from ST-21 as well. So that is the Zoro list, guys. It seems like this dude from Pasadena went back to the roots of Zoro and just kind of sprinkled in some new cards from ST-21, and it worked. I mean, he performed better than any Zoro at the entire regionals by far. I don't think there was any other Zoros in the top 32, and this guy got 5th, I believe. So very, very strong showing from this list, and maybe this could become the dominant Zoro list moving forward. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into the games. Okay, guys, getting right to game number 1 here. We're going up against Purple Luffy. We're going to play down the buggy. We're going to find a 0 cost event, so a nice value off of the buggy. This deck is not playing a lot of events, so as long as we're hitting off the buggy, we are very, very happy. He is playing the Dofi package PLUFFY. I have not played against this deck very often, but I have noticed that it is starting to gain popularity a fair amount. So here we're going to swing into the sugar with our buggy, then we're going to swing for 7 with our leader and play down another buggy, and we're able to find a Jambe or a Rad Beam here. I hate searching Jambes just because then your opponent knows you have it, but then they know that you have it, so they play differently than they would if they didn't know that you have it. So it's a weird mind game, but in the end, we just end up taking the Jambe. He's going to play down his Rosinante, discard one of his events, and draw 2 cards. Here we know we can put a lot of pressure on him. We have a Magra in hand, and I think we're going to be able to swing like a 7 here, and then maybe play down the Magra and swing an 8. We're going to decide to swing a 6 first. He's going to go ahead and take that, and then that is when we go super aggro, guys. I don't know why he took that 6. I think as a purple, unless he had no 2Ks, I think not countering out there is indefensible, in my opinion. But here we're going to swing 8, and he gives us 2 2Ks, so that is exactly why you should always counter out of that first 6 from the Zoro player, is because even though I might not have a lot of Dawn available, I'm going to have a Magra in hand, or I'm going to have a Makino, and my 1-drops are going to be swinging into you for huge numbers. So we play down the Brook as well to establish our board a little bit more. He's going to clear our both of our buggies, but we still have the Magra and the Brook on board. And that is the most annoying thing about Zoro, guys. Like, you feel like you've cleared their board, and then they still have a bunch of cards in hand. They still have a bunch of characters on board, and we're going to keep swinging at you the following turn. He's going to play down to Sanji and take out one of my Brooks. And here we're going to play down the ST-21 Luffy, swing at face, give our leader a Dawn, swing a 7. And then here, guys, we're going to swing another 7. Or that's an 8, actually. We're going to swing a 7 and 8, and he's going to take both of them. And at this point, the game is pretty much over. The hard thing is that Purple Luffy can survive for a very long time as long as he has the Gum Gum Giants. Like, even if we're swinging 14 at face next turn, there's a high likelihood that he's able to survive that if he does see his Gum Gum Giants. So we're going to hope that that does not happen. We're in a very good spot. Like, this is where we want to be as a Zoro player, just trying to push for a game as fast as we can. So he has 9 Dawn up, so we're hoping that he doesn't have like a Big Mom here. We're hoping this is just like a 9-drop Luffy. He gives it rush and draws a card. He's going to play down his that's Senor Pink, use his ability and get back an event from his trash. Even though that event isn't really going to do anything for him, he's going to be able to use it to discard 2 his Gum Gum Giants here. So here on our 9 Dawn turn, the only thing to do is just swing Face Boys. We know he has a bunch of Dawn up, but honestly, you have to get them out of their hands. Like, Purple Luffy's always going to have those Gum Gum Giants. It's just a matter of when they decide to use them. So he's going to use 1 and then counter out with a bunch of 2Ks. So we got 1 Gum Gum Giant and 3 2Ks out of his hand. He still has 6 cards, so I'm a little concerned here. Like if he got lucky and drew 2 more Gum Gum Giants, or maybe he's running a Blast Breath, he might be able to take this game from us, even though we had such a strong start. He's going to play down his Bond Clay, gain an active Dawn, then he's going to start swinging at us for some big numbers, and we're going to have to take them just because we don't... Like, we're putting 10 Dawn on our leader, and we are swinging next turn. I do not care. If he has it, he has it. He leaves 2 Dawn up, and best case scenario, he has 2 Gum Gum Giants, and then he still needs another 2K, and he does not have it, guys, so we're able to take that win off of the Pluffy player. Next, getting into a red-purple Luffy matchup, we're going to go ahead and swing 6, starting off nice and strong with a 6K swing, and then we have a buggy available as well as a Nami search coming up. So we're going to play down the buggy, we find a rad beam, then we're going to search with our Nami, and we're going to find, we have a chopper available or a 0 cost event, and then 2 Namis. We don't like to see that, but we're going to go ahead and take that chopper. The chopper blocker can be really, really good into this matchup, as long as they're not playing, well, you just have to be conscious of if they're playing the Roger, the 10-drop Roger, has to use your chopper before they play that card. They're just going to swing a 6 at us. We're going to take that 99% of the time. He's going to play down his Bond Clay and play down his Nami and get a search off of it. I think he found a Gum Gum Giant there with his Nami search. So Nami being able to search Gum Gum Giant is really, really nice. So here we have a couple of options. We have 3-cost Zoro in our hand. We have a Dedan. We have another Nami. We have a Brook. So a lot of different things we can do on this turn. Let's see what we decide. We're going to go ahead and play down one of our Namis, find a 5-cost Luffy from ST21. Then we're going to play down our 3-cost Zoro and swing into him with another 6. A lot of times, red purple Luffys just have a bunch of 2Ks or like Gum Gum Giants or random other events in their hand, and swinging 6s into them can be very, very effective for getting more counter than they need out of their hand. Here he's going to play down another Bond Clay ramp again. He's going to be able to use his leader ability and ramp again. He's going to swing a 5 at us into our Zoro. He's going to swing a 6 at us into the Zoro. Then he's going to play down his own ST21 Luffy and swing into the Zoro again. I thought we'd be able to keep it on board. I was not expecting the ST21 Luffy there, but he is able to clear our Zoro. But here we have a lot of 1 costs on board. If we had like a Makino or some Magras here, we would have had a huge turn. He only has 4 cards in hand. So if we had those cards, we would have been able to probably not win the game here, but basically win ourselves the game here. We're going to swing a 6 with our Nami, and then we're going to attach 3 to our buggy and swing a 7. And if he does not have a 2K here, he is probably fucking screwed. And it looked like he did not. He had a bunch of dead cards. He's going to go ahead and swing a 2K into our Nami, swing a 6K into our buggy. That's a good thing about these little weenies, is that those Bond Clays are relatively dead, as they're just 3K swingers because of our buggies because of all our 1 costs having such low power. Here's going to play the Charlotte Linlin, and that is not what we wanted to see. We do not want to see red purple Luffy ever gaining life, but we're still able to put a lot of pressure on him here. And go ahead and swing a 8 at the red purple Luffy. He elects to take it, and we know he has a Gum Gum Giant, so we know he's not going to die to the swing. So we're gonna go ahead and swing a 6 and then play down our Sanji for a little bit of follow-up for the following turn. We have a couple rad beams in hand. We have 3 rad beams in hand, so we know if we need to, we can survive at least probably 2 more turns. He's going to clear our ST21 Luffy. He's going to swing 6 into us. We're going to counter out of that first 6 with a Brook. He's going to play down his 9-cost Luffy, and now he has 2 Dawn up. He has a huge board, and these are like the games that you want to see as Zoro. Like, you're going to get out to these really fast starts, and then you just have to make sure that your opponent is not able to claw their way back in the game. And here we just say, fuck it, guys. We're swinging 15 into. If you have the Gum Gum Giants, you have them. So he's going to use the first Gum Gum Giant, then he's going to give us another Gum Gum Giant, draws another 2 cards, and then we have our 7K swing. And are we able to take the game? We fucking are, boys. That is the classic Zoro game. I definitely could have played a lot safer and probably swung a lot lower numbers and left those rad beams up and played down like a chopper and then tried to win the following turn. But I wasn't feeling it tonight. I wanted to get the win and go home. So that is all we have today for the games, boys. Let's get right to the post game. All right, guys. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I have not been posting that much this week. That is because I am tired. I'm a tired guy. So yeah, I was motivated today. So thank you so much for making it to the end. It means a lot. Make sure to comment. Fish. Yeah, fish is my favorite word. We'll do fish today. Make sure to comment fish if you made it to the end. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, hope you have a good weekend. I know I have off Friday, so I'm getting a long little weekend here. So very excited, and I hope you have a good weekend as well. Talk to you guys.